Yeah, man. Like I said, 2024, bro. Still no Star Wars movies. I think the next one.
We got the talk. It probably just makes sense that some of these things start turning into movies. Meaning like no more Mandalorians, man.
Oh man, there you go.
Oh, y'all ain't doing the Ahsoka
Let's talk
thing?
about this real quick. Yeah, let's just get into this because now you got you
get this trilogy. Yeah, get this Heir to the Empire trilogy off.
So let me ask you more because let me just get you to elaborate on your point a little bit more. So what you're saying is you're saying because again I text you earlier. They saying something about they talked to Rosario Dawson.
Yeah,
Rosario Dawson coming out saying I ain't had no conversations about season 2. That's out there. But on top of that, you're saying, because we did hear something about Mandalorian season 4 being a movie.
Yep.
You saying they foregoing continuing it. I get what you. That makes sense because it's like, bro, we got to get movies out. We got characters that people are invested in.
Yes.
Let's start making movies.
Let's put them in movies now.
That makes sense.
So
that makes sense.
Now now we have a theme, right?
Yeah.
So now we have a theme. We have the Heir to the Empire theme now. We got that.
Yeah.
Right. We can get a whole trilogy of movies up from that. Right.
Yeah.
And everyone's already invested. Right. The one thing that happened with the Mandoverse that didn't happen with the sequel trilogy is you got Star Wars fans invested.
The fact.
Whatever side they was on.
Yeah.
They got invested.
We understand who the villains are. We understand, and it's familiar from both sides. It's familiar from the streaming side and the original trilogy side.
Yes.
We know who this Empire is. We know what their motivation is. We know from the streaming from Mandalorian who the villain is, who the main guy for the Empire is, Moff Gideon, Grand Admiral Thrawn. We know who these characters are. So that makes I think that makes sense.
With the one underrated thing, right, that the sequel trilogies didn't do. Because they didn't really tell us about the New Republic. It blew them up in the first hour of the movie. I can't remember how quick it was, but it was pretty fast.
Crime and all that. Yeah.
Right, and it was done, right? So we don't even have nothing about the New Republic, right? So now we're in a New Republic era. Just make trilogy that out. Yeah, you could make some side projects off of that if you want to. Cool, fine. But the Mandoverse not only, like you were saying, not only does it encompass the trilogy, but it bring in the prequels. It bringing all the other side projects, and you could tie in some sequel stuff that you need to kind of like
if you want to,
if you want to, right? You got y'all. They've been doing it to us Pause. They've been setting us up the entire time, meaning with the whole cloning thing, right? So you already got all that going on. That means something because we know what it means at the end, even if that's not what they deliberately are doing now. But at the end of the day, there's things threads you can tie. But like to me, it seemed like. To me, I'm not saying I'm saying like, while I think that's what they should do. Yeah, duh. A lot of people think they should do that. I actually think they're thinking that. Like,
that's a good point.
Like,
a good point.
Why wait for 2 years for another Ahsoka season to come out?
Why?
Right? Why wait for another where you could just go ahead and make a trilogy of movie? And I bet all those people involved would rather do that.
Facts. Then wait on then start work on a season. And something happened. Yeah, I mean, they lost so much time with the strikes, right?
Yeah.
So, and remember, that's still technically coming off COVID and all that, right?
Facts.
Like, this is a lot of gaps. They probably gonna want to just centralize all their production into, like you said, a trilogy of movies, rather than be like, all right, let's start on Ahsoka season 2, but also we got to do Mandalorian season 4, and then we might think about a movie. It's like, nah, just start the movie.
If you want to do this, like
going there anyway.
They're Disney and Lucas is so invested in the High Republic right now that you can let your shows kind of be into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it'll be new, it'll be fresh, it'll be yours. But y'all got so many people like you have a lot of everyone's invested. Everyone that's in Star Wars is invested in the Mandoverse. Right.
Yeah.
You're getting everything from that in terms of is it perfect? No, none of it is. But you getting original trilogy character, you getting Luke, you got potential for all these other people, Han, Leia, you got new characters with the Mandalorian, you got Grogu, you could put Boba Fett in there, you got all these Ahsoka, all these people are in that. Thrawn, Ezra, everything come together, but enough with I'm not saying that put a TV show, I'm gonna watch it, but just you need your trilogy? Let's get a trilogy of this.
Yeah.
Let's get a trilogy of this real quick while y'all get everything else on, together. Y'all got Filoni, get it done. That's what I was, and when I seen that, I seen the thing about Mando. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Don't make another Mando season. Make a New Republic era movie, and then you keep going with that. And then one of the things and maybe in 2, we go get Ahsoka back, or maybe in the final movie. But that's the end game. All of them come back, and all of them come to defeat Thrawn. But then you leave a little egg for the what's the name? And cool, great, whatever. But you get all that done, and you have this, and you could do that. You fell into this, right? I'm not taking away their credit. They put the show together for Favreau and all that. But I'm guarantee you Fab would be more interested. Like, you know what? Let's just knock out a couple movies.
That was my next question. Is he done though? Like that? I mean, that's it for Fab, or is Fab a part of it, or do Filoni? Because or is Filoni just gonna direct all the movies?
Filoni ain't never did a movie, so you got to back Fab.
You can't play around with that. You're right.
No. Yeah, and you think about it. When I was looking at the list, like Fab write all them shits. Right, write them all, and he gets sometimes Filoni come and help. But even with Fav, it wasn't like he was directing all the shows. He EP'd it, right? He got his roster together, right. But Filoni directed these, right? But we gonna write this, and we gonna write a 3-parter. It can't look, it's gonna rock, right? Because people invested in this. It's like this is not anything that happens outside of the Mandoverse right now. You're just taking a big risk, right? Meaning like it just. Whoo, man, you know what I'm saying? This ain't the time for that. This ain't the time for that.
And it's the same thing with anything, right? It's like merchandise, same way. You try to put out any merchandise outside of the Mandoverse, and it's like it falls flat. It's just collecting dust.
I think you brought that up about the sequels. Like that was one of the big.
Yeah, see, you can't do nothing with that one. That's broke. You can't do nothing with that.
And it did merchandise at the time, right?
Merchandise is dust. So
Mandoverse?
It's like Mandoverse is caked out.
Come on, man.
Yeah, right.
Come on, man. I'm Mandoed out around here, man.
Yeah, look at the price for Mandoverse merchandise. It's marked up. So I think you're right. You got to go with the brand. You got to go with the brand that got the most juice. Pause. That's Mandoverse right now.
That's what I hope. That's what they're thinking about right now. So it's one thing to be thinking about the Disney Plus, right? And that fine, but like things have happened where it's like. It only makes sense. Not one movie. You could make a trilogy of movies. You could do just one, but you really could make a trilogy. Do a trilogy. It's Star Wars. Every day, everybody does a trilogy. That's the first thing I thought when I saw that. That's when I had sent you the text. Like I think she was on something called the Dagobah Dispatch. I'm like, well, Star Wars fans, they can make up everyone they podcast.
Yeah, I just saw that.
They find a new one every. It's like it's 1,000 podcasts for Star Wars. I bet you all of them got some kind of unique name like that, right?
Yeah.
Like the Dagobah Dispatch. I say, man, you ain't gonna never be confused. That but and they had Rosario Dawson. So I don't know what's the
Dagobah Dispatch.
Yeah, so they make a noise. But yeah, she said they had a dinner. They had a cast dinner, but nothing said. And she liable to leak out information, pause, right? She is, but that's cool. That wasn't disappointing for me. That was like, yeah, okay.
No, that's Hollywood talk, right? That's how actors talk. It's like, well, we had dinner and nothing was said to me. That's you saying I haven't signed a contract yet.
Yeah.
When ink gets signed, then it's like, oh yeah, we doing season 2 October. We're gonna start shooting.
Yeah.
Hey, that's I'm not gonna commit to anything. That I ain't signed for. Yeah. That I'm not getting paid for. That I haven't signed on the dotted line. Hey, we was at the dinner. They, basically that's what she was saying. It was like we was at the dinner. They could have brought it up then. They didn't. Yeah. I ain't signed no contract yet. So as far as I know, the shit ain't happening. That's a lot of hearsay.
A lot of hearsay.
That's how actors talk, man. Whenever they bring up dinner and nothing was said, that doesn't mean that it's over. That just means I'm not getting paid yet. Yeah, I'm not because if she go out there and be like, yeah, I want to do season 2, then it's like, oh, you said it. Yeah. Now you putting her on hold for other projects and stuff, and now people like, well, ain't you doing, man? So she PR, she a vet, PR trained. She know how to talk. She not gonna go out there and commit to anything that don't exist. If it ain't no contracts out, Shit, it don't exist.
It don't exist.
Pedro the same way. Pedro
Yeah.
probably like, I ain't talking to nobody as far as I know, you know. But no, I think that's a good. I think that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good point, man.
Yeah, because I don't want to do a. Now then we get to the fan part of it, like, you know, like you had these things that tie into some final single movie. I mean, we still dragging on with the other stuff, right? And it's like,
yeah,
we don't like then we get the point where we, like you say, we get to the point we probably don't have Pedro, right? So it's like he might AI, he might sell it to AI, he might let them AI his voice. That's all he really need to do now.
That's
right?
all you really need to do, bro. You don't really need to be there.
Yeah, he could just AI his voice, but like,
I think you got to wrap this thing up. I think you're right, man. The window is closing.
It's right there, and it's so safe.
Yeah,
it's so safe.
Do the movie.
We just going in. We going to see a couple New Republic era movies. Probably what most people have wanted forever. Like the one thing you could have had was like this time where like all these people were in a prime. This is the time I would have wanted a movie like this. You know, like we can go back to some of the sequel complaints. But like, y'all went up there, y'all supposed to do the movie. You know how many times I've seen things online when Luke was training Grogu, and it was like, this is kind of all I really wanted in the sequel trilogy, right? This guy doing something like this, right?
And that's exactly where I'm going.
Asking too much.
That's what I was going to ask
you. In the movie.
Give me something, because you said, man, that's exactly where I was going to go. What is, okay, because I think we both agree, you know, I'm with you on your prediction in terms of that. The reason that we kind of radio silence right now on going forward is they're getting ready to try to launch some movies out of this universe. They're trying to salvage this, not salvage it, but get the most out of what they can out of this Mandoverse. Give me your super early prediction on a plot. Just a simply like, now we know that it's likely gonna be about getting the throne and all that, but give me, I'll tell you, give me one thing. Okay, this is a better question. And I'll answer. What's gonna be like the major difference we see right away, right? From the shows to the movie. What's gonna be the thing where you be like, oh no, this is a movie, dog? I think it's Luke.
Okay, the scale of that. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
And it's not going to be the same. I think Luke's going to be recast. I don't think it's going to be the guy from the show.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I've been saying it in my head.
Yeah.
For like 2 weeks.
Luke's going to be, I think they're going to recast Luke with an official actor, with another actor, but just somebody who got a little bit more chops behind him, right? No disrespect to the guy who played Luke, he was cool, but they're gonna do this. They're gonna do the CG and all that, the deep fake and all that, whatever you call it.
Oh, you think they might for real?
I think nah. My bad. No. Take that back. He gonna get recast, bro. It's gonna be Luke, but it's gonna be Luke. We gonna have to they're gonna tell us, hey, this Luke. He gonna look like Luke for the most part. I don't think they're gonna go and get Bucky. I don't think they're gonna get Bucky to play Luke. You know, what's his name?
Crazy.
That'd be crazy. I love it.
Everybody been wanting.
It'll almost match up with the age, but he's a little bit older. But still, they're gonna recast Luke, man, with somebody. Somebody that look like,
right?
They have to. Yeah, it's
gonna be. You can't do the thing.
You can't do it with the dots on the face, and that can't be a whole movie. You're not in the voice. You're not gonna do that the entire time. So it's gonna be Luke. He's gonna be recast. It's gonna be somebody we're gonna have to accept as Luke. They're gonna just tell us like, nah, this is Luke, bro. You sound like him. You look like him. Is Luke. He don't look exactly and sound exactly like him, but it's Luke. I think Luke and Leia,
like holocrons and all that too.
Say it again.
Trying to find like old Jedi, like holocrons and like that, like in Battlefront a little bit,
bro. I think
like the legends movie, and all that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna follow Luke, man. Like Luke, because that's the only element we really haven't gotten. Like you said, everybody else is on these planets. My prediction in terms of everybody being on these planets is not in the movie. I think by the time we get to the movie, that's gonna happen on screen. How they get back home. I don't think we're gonna watch a movie where they got to get off that planet and maybe we see the tail end of them getting out of that side of that galaxy, right? Then Jordan, like I said, I think then Jordan plays a major part in the first movie, and I think
he has
plays
to,
a part in it. Yeah,
I
think then Jordan, he the star, bro. Yeah,
him and Grogu.
Yeah, I think that's where I was getting at. That's where I'm gonna leave it.
God.
The three major characters I think get the most screen time is Din Djarin, Grogu at the most out of everybody, and Luke. And I I just think we recasting Luke and Leia, and they gonna
bring old boy back for Han, right?
Han Solo, yeah, maybe not. I don't think they're gonna bring back Aaron Einrich as Han Solo. I think they recast Solo too. They're gonna get some guys, some people. They're gonna make them look like the original characters, but we gonna get that big three, bro.
I mean,
this is redemption time right here.
I know it's hard to say, but dude looked dead on Ezra when I know it was a cartoon, but he looked exactly like
him for Ezra. Yeah.
He could like probably get people and just people out there that can pull it off.
Yeah,
meaning like, but I'm saying like for Luke, Leia, and Han, like it's possible.
It's possible, yeah.
Like
they can find somebody, bro.
Yeah, and then they
can act too,
and they able to do the voice. Like it's some talented people that can do that.
There was cats that was auditioning for the Han Solo part that didn't get it. That looked more like Han Solo than the guy who got it.
You ever see those clips of the dude? He sound exactly like Harrison Ford.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might be time to bring him in, but they're gonna bring in some talented people. And
I agree with you on that.
We
have to.
Yeah, you got to do it, bro. You got to get somebody for Leia, because these characters got to continue on, bro. You can't
in this time.
Yeah, they gotta continue on. You can't.
Yeah,
you definitely can't do a movie around them. A show, I can see you being like, oh no, they Leia calls, she says hi or whatever. You know, you can do that. Han told me to tell you, he said thank you. You know, you can do that. But if we do these movies, I think, and I'm not even saying this from a wishful thinking standpoint as a fan. I'm saying this. I think this is really gonna happen. I think you're gonna see all three characters back together, bro. We didn't get that in the sequel trilogy. I think this is gonna be that redemption right here that they look for. That knowing John, he gonna make sure that shit happen. Like, man, let me get all three characters back together. Maybe it's for like one scene, but I think the majority gonna be Din Djarin, Grogu, and Luke. That's my prediction for that. If we get this movie, that's my super early prediction.
Okay. No, I agree. I definitely. Yeah, that's that. I agree with you. On literally everything and hope. That's what
I am hoping, but I honestly think that's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'll be happy to see it because it's like, damn, we didn't get to see, even though it's not the original cast.
Yes,
we never can get that. We know we can't get that, but we can get the representatives of these characters together again in a younger age. They're gonna have to recast them. You can't continue to write around them. You got to recast them.
And that brings on like a larger thing as us as like consumers and being as being comfortable with, right? Because like, you know, you deal with these IPs and you want these IPs to continue on, but then you don't want somebody else to do it. Right?
Facts.
I mean, or I'm not saying we don't want, they think we don't want that. They think
right.
Yeah,
they think
so you get an example where it's like MCU got to kill off Tony Stark for Robert Downey Jr. and it's like, well, now we ain't got no Iron Man.
Facts. Yeah.
How we gonna have an MCU and an Avengers story without an Iron Man?
Yeah.
How we gonna not have a Cap? If they can't do it no more, we just get somebody else to do it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to recast.
Like that can't be like the end of the, especially if you're just doing movies and like, the metric may say that they don't like that, and then you have to stop. But like, you can't just nod.
Because the only place we see in Tony Stark still is What If.
What if
he popped up like, you know, even though that was an episode that was supposed to be in the first season.
Yeah,
he popped up like, oh, there go Tony right there. It was Tony.
Yeah. Like,
it was technically him out the Avengers. It's like, all right,
so like,
that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gotta be, and that's where I think that's where, you know, you're right, man. You're right. We gotta start like I heard Kathleen Kennedy say something about Indiana Jones, and she was like, nobody else ever should play Indiana Jones, and I'm like, who says that?
Yeah.
You don't decide. Money talks.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to just walk away from a potentially $1 billion, $2 billion.
Yeah.
So I can't do a reboot with a new Indiana Jones. What the hell was the point of me buying the IP? What was the point of me buying Lucasfilm? If I can't do a future Indiana Jones movie reboot,
they still making billions off of Jurassic Park.
Right? Billions. Like I don't think they had a movie that didn't make $1 billion. The new ones,
they made a COVID billion.
I think
that's a different kind of Billy.
A COVID Billy? Man, a Kobe Billy. That's hard, bro. A Kobe Billy was hard to get You know, that's like No Way Home. You know what I mean? Like that, like
Avatar and all that. And
yeah,
this was like,
yeah.
and this was what they was killing it in the reviews.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
And still
They're
did
not
a review.
loved.
And
They
they
just
did a
very
COVID
popular.
Billy. It did a
And I
COVID
don't even
Billy.
think they did like. I don't even think they had like crazy China work either. I don't think they had crazy China work. I think they just they cleared $1 billion, bro. Just
They
all
still
people
rock.
just loving the brand. That's what I'm
Still
saying. You can't just say we ain't gonna never do an Indiana Jones again. You not gonna do an Indiana Jones again.
Yeah.
It's gonna outlive you.
Yeah.
Because once you gone, we still own it. You don't own it.
This is bigger than you.
I'm sorry, it's bigger than her.
Bigger than you.
Once she leaves the company and retires, whenever that happens, somebody gonna come in and be like, start working on this new Indiana Jones. But just my bad. That's a long-winded way of agreeing with your point. Is saying that, yeah, you're right. We can't. Companies got to know that these characters got to continue.
Yeah, they got to continue the character, right? So like meaning like we paid all our respects and we show the love and we get excited and like Hamill want that.
Yeah.
He want that, like, I'm still gonna show love to it, right? Like people, that's what people want. Y'all come after me, I'm gonna do that. Even though I'm just ceremoniously doing this at this point. The AI everything now for me, right? I already got that check. When I'm on set, like I think you said that. Yeah, this is just paying.
None homage. Of that is really making it in there, bro. Like that's
just homage.
What that is, but hold on, bro. Because that's it's crazy you bring that up. That's just an incredible sign of respect.
Yes.
That's an incredible display of respect for somebody I think they genuinely love, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm talking 100%. About John and Dave and all of them.
Yeah.
Well, more John than Dave. Dave be kind of like hating on Luke a little bit, but he be kind of hating, you know what I mean? He be
John love Luke.
Is he really a Jedi? And all this stuff. Yeah. He be saying little stuff, but you're right, bro. For John, think about that, bro. He don't have to do that shit. You think JJ would do that? JJ wouldn't even put him in the first movie.
Yeah.
He had the dude come on set just to ceremoniously play the dude, just literally do everything that the Luke was gonna do. Hey man, hold Grogu. Here, walk in with the robe, stand next to R2. That's just all. None of that made it into the show.
Yeah,
but it's just all.
They can't even see you out of shape. Never seen when he had the black. Never seen when he had the Karate Kid outfit on when he was in the Boba Fett one. Like none of that was in there.
None of that.
That was just that was like you say. That's homage.
That's homage. Yeah.
Because they already using AI voice, they're using AI face. They dotting up another dude. Another dude got all that shit. You ain't got that on.
The dude don't look nothing like him in real life. It's all just computer work at that point, like AI work. So that's just homage, man. And that's why I think if John get his hooks in that, John gonna be like, oh, we bringing Luke back. Like Luke is in this movie. I'm recasting Luke. Luke gonna be in this movie. Luke gonna be the man, he gonna be one of the main characters. I think if John get his wish,
Yeah, and like that's a big coup that he had, man. Like what I'm talking about, like how he pulled that off. Like that's an incredible thing John did.
Man, John did some incredible, bro. John had it, and then had him on set, bro. Had him on set doing like, come on, man. That's
John
incredible.
Saved Star Wars,
bro.
didn't he, man?
John saved Star Wars, man.
He saved Star Wars,
but,
man.
Hey, not the rain on our parade while we end this. But John in that book, bro. You see, John got this thing about. I'm telling you, it comes up in the book like a few times where he's like, in the MCU book is where it's like John got this thing about like he don't want the franchise, he don't want something to get too big.
Oh,
that's how he was after Iron Man 2. It was like, man, this thing about to blow up.
Yeah,
like everybody else celebrate. Yeah, 2 movies. Yeah. Oh, 3 movies at that point. We got Incredible Hulk out. Yeah. He said John was in the back, like, more money, more problems, bro. Yeah. Basically, is what he was saying. You know what I mean? More money, more problems. The more this shit blow up, the more BS we got to deal with. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that kind of play into season 3, Mandalorian, where John was like, nah, man, let's get back to basics. Let's set this up so we can get this dude back to being a bounty hunter. Yeah. But a movie, John can be like, all right, this is what I do.
That's what I does.
Let me tell a story, and let me wrap this up.
He built the team, so hopefully, I agree. Like I said, I agree with you.
You're right though. John saved Star Wars, man.
He saved Star Wars.
He saved Star Wars, bro.
But they built the team, but yeah, that's my first thought, man. Just to kind of wrap it up, that's my first thought. When I saw that, it made me think about what they were. I've seen about Mandalorian season 4, and me seeing that was not disappointing. I was like, but hopefully this is because the time what we saw earlier that we got that day, and then now it's my thoughts, and it's like, hopefully the Mandoverse become movies now. Let them TV show the High Republic. Let them TV show anything they need to do between sequel and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Let's make it count.
Like do what y'all need to do, because y'all got to carry on the legacy, right?
Yeah.
Right. But y'all got this Mandoverse. It don't need to keep being a whole 15 years worth of TV shows. You got these people now. You need to go ahead and make this. Let Katie, let Rosario, let all these people that you done put in this whole month, and then get your trilogy out. Just get it out. It's not a one movie thing too. Like we want to get one movie to, man, you know how many more TV shows you got to do? You just brought Thrawn in.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? If you're gonna TV show Thrawn, you got the. I mean, like if you're gonna like a final movie with Thrawn, and we just got him back in the galaxy.
Let this man get in. Let this man get in shape, man. Quit stalling him out, bro. Quit stalling him out. Let that be a part of it. He come back and he like, I'm back in this part of the galaxy. I'm in shape now. You know, like let him start working out, bro. Like get this man back to the shape he's supposed to be in, man.
Oh, Paley already got him a nice little meal plan. He gonna be all right, man. Yeah, he gonna have him all right, man. He gonna get it to the gym, because Rebels Thrawn was whooping ass and he was in shape. Right, he had to cut off shirts or whatever. He's ready to put in work. Yeah, does this. So let him get in there. He ain't gonna get that way off of at least three more seasons of TV shows. That's 3 years, and that's not gonna get you to your final movie, because you're not gonna be able to tell that story that way through the medium of television. You will, however, if you set up some movies now.
Yeah, get everybody.
You know what? You want to do a TV show? I'm being 100% honest. You want to do a TV show and you want to still kind of be a part of this? It's coming. Just keep it out. Do your Vader show. It's happening. They gonna do it. Yeah. Do your Vader show.
Just go ahead and do it.
I hope they don't, but they gonna do a Vader show.
Right. I hope they don't. Right. But they will. Because they can't. You really can't. It's hard to miss with Vader.
It's hard.
As bad as that Obi-Wan show was, people were still cool with Vader.
Vader was cold.
Vader was cold. Like Vader doing shit that technically, whatever. Like
he's showing up in video games. He's just
Vader, that guy, man. Like you're right, man. They're gonna do a Vader show.
So if you want to kind of like go on that, but like let this Mando be. And I'm belaboring the point.
Yeah.
Belaboring the point, but I hope that's what this means. Like they really
crew, like shit like that could be a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because they'll need that. They'll need that if they're gonna show up in the thing, right? Yeah. If they're part of, because this is a Mandoverse show, right?
Yeah.
So if they part, I don't know if they got. We don't know yet what they are, right? But they may play a part. So they show up somehow in the movie. Maybe they rescue them one time, right? Like Grogu and then down bad, but we know that they got work, and one time they show up and they go ahead and give them a ride to get them up out of there. You know, they may be like the Guardians of the Galaxy for them or something. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I hope that's what that means, man. But beyond that, I wasn't prepared for this conversation. You just hyped me up with that the episode. What would we call this, man? Oh shit, that's messed up part. That's a mess, because it can't be episode. It can't be episode 10, right?
Damn, you're right. Nah, it's gonna be.
Do we have to chapter these, because they do chapters, right? In the Mandoverse,
it's gonna be chapters.
Maybe that was strategic. Right?
They might do a part 1, 2, and 3, like
a part.
Star Wars, The Mandalorian. Like it'll be like something like Star Wars, Fate of the Galaxy, Star Wars, Fate of the, Return of the, you know what I mean? Like they'll title it. John ain't gonna mess that up, bro. John gonna come up with something nice.
So you think they're going part though? Like they chapter?
Yeah, it'll
part,
be like
they went chapter like with Mando and book. Boba had book, right? Well, he might have.
It might be aired to like imagine if it was aired to the Empire. Like it'll be Star Wars aired to the Empire Part 1. Star Wars Heirs to the Empire Part 2, and then Part 3. Like they might do it like that. I don't think I wouldn't be surprised if it's 3 different titles. But if I had to guess, put money on something, I say that they're just gonna call it Heir to the Empire. Like I just or Heir to the Throne, something like that. Like heir. I think it'll be about that, because it's about Thrawn at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But you gotta. That's what it come back to is like this the end of the empire. Essentially, it's the end of the empire. You know what I mean? It's not the end of stormtroopers and Star Destroyers, but it's the end of the empire as we remember it. You know what I mean? Until the new until
exactly.
First Order come. So yeah, I think it'll be called Heir to the Empire. That's what I got. But I could be, you know, it could change. You know.
I'm putting this on the it's on the board now.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. But